when you can't pay intern doctors as per CBA. You can't tell us that you're going to post doctor interns as per the SRC circular that has been stopped by the court, yet we know very well that you are not ready to do so. So we are saying as a union that we will continue being on strike until government gets ready to implement CBA and post interns as per collective bargaining agreement, that they must pay them as we negotiated. We are not ready to renegotiate payments of salaries. We are not ready to have that CBA violated. We must also say we have doctors who are enslaved in level 5 and level 6 hospitals. Government has been saying they don't know these doctors. Yet these are the doctors running rotas in Kenyatta National Hospital, in KTRH, where we have rogue leaders, where we have rogue lady who is managing the board. We are saying no. They have been firing doctors, but one thing that we kept on saying, that there's no amount of victimization, there's no amount of threats, there's no amount of firing, there's no amount of sacking that will make us go back to work. What we are demanding is one thing, that CBA must be respected, must be implemented, must be protected. It is not only for interns, but it is for every doctor in this country. It's not only for doctors, it is for all the public servants. Because if they succeed in violating our CBA, I must say that there is no CBA which will be safe in this country. There is no one who will be safe. As long as a legitimate government is coming out to violate a CBA, it means that they respect no worker. They don't respect doctors. They will not respect anybody else. So we are in this thing for long. We are in this thing until the government is ready to implement the CBA. Yes. We are going to back down. We are going to surrender. And our strike continues.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Doctors, viva! Viva! Doctors, viva! Viva! Thank you. Now, my name is Dr. Charles Muhwaya. I am the General Secretary of the Trade Unions Congress of Kenya, and I speak on behalf of all public service trade unions in this country. We agreed yesterday that we join the doctors' strike as from today. All public servants in this country resolved that they are going to join the doctors as they push for their CBA to be implemented. We are saying this because once the doctors' CBA is allowed to be bastardized, the rest of the public servant CBAs will never be respected. And so our message is very clear to the government. Respect, first accept that the doctor's CBA is legitimate as it was signed, implement it as it was signed, and implement it in total. Once you do that, the rest of the ideas will now come on the table. Number two, we are joining doctors in this business because the government is threatening all of us in the public service. When the government is casualizing labor in this country by converting permanent and pensionable members of staff, employees in the public service to contract, that is casualizing labor. You cannot send a doctor who is serving in Kenyatta National Hospital, for example, and you want to give him to serve on contract, and he is enjoying permanent and pensionable terms. And so as long as the government is threatening public servants in that direction, as public servants, we will stand with the doctors, we will defend the doctors, we will defend the public servants. Yes. Number two, the government must stop giving threats and intimidations. We are a country governed by law. We have one of the most progressive constitutions. Kenya has ratified very many ILO conventions. And all these provide structures and organs for partners, social partners to sit and discuss and negotiate, engage in social dialogue under the tripartite committee arrangement. Why is Moses Kuria making declarations on the roadsides? Why can't he face the unions in a structured dialogue and be able to bring whatever proposal that he has so that we engage in it? But as long as they threaten and give those roadside declarations, we are here to stand with the doctors. And the doctors, do not think of going back. Do not relent. It is your CBA. It was signed. It is the government's own proposal. to come down from 357,000 to 206. That was the government's proposal. If then the union agreed to the government's own proposal, why are they now deciding to change it midstream? And are trying to change it unilaterally because the CBS provide moderation, modification, alteration, amendment of any CBA that has been signed. There is a procedure of how to go about it. Why is the government using unorthodox means to vary that particular CBA? And so, to the rest of the public servants, stand with the doctors. These are your brothers, are your sisters, and we are our own brothers' keeper. Doctors, viva! Viva! Doctors, viva! Viva! Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. My name is Grace Nyongesa. I'm the Vice Chair of Trade Union Congress Kenya. We serve the public sector unions, and we are here in solidarity with the doctors. Viva doctors! Viva! Viva KMPDU! Viva! We stand in solidarity with the doctors because the manner in which the doctors are being handled in this country is uncalled for. It is unnecessary. It is embarrassing. It is very sad for the government to stand out there and appear to be working when the doctors are on the street. If we don't have a healthy nation, then what do we have? What is left for Kenyans? When the doctors are crying, I have said mothers are crying. When mothers are crying, a whole family is crying and the whole nation is crying. Can somebody listen, wake up from their sleep and listen to the doctors? For as long as the doctors are on the street, the strike is gaining momentum. People are joining in solidarity with the doctors. And as public sector unions, we are here to stand in solidarity with the doctors. When somebody stands up and just makes roadside declarations about public servants coming from contract, from PNP to contract, then you are threatening the entire nation. It is civil servants, it's public servants that implement government policies and government programs in the government sector. So if you threaten them, then what are you saying? You are threatening a whole nation, you are threatening public servants, there is total unrest you are creating, which is unnecessary. Can somebody wake up and listen to the cry of doctors? It is legitimate. If you negotiate